morning. It is Nigeria Info. My name is Ifemi Andrew, and rise to this. I beg your pardon. Let's get into our discussion on the morning crossfire. And if you had followed the news, you would have heard that NAFDAC is now planning to enforce the ban on sachet alcoholic drinks. And there's even been talks of distillers planning to protest today against that move. Some think economically it's the wrong timing, but take us back to 2022, I beg your pardon, where a decision was reached at the end of a committee meeting where producers of alcohol in sachets and small volume all agreed that they would reduce the production of that alcohol beverage by 5% with effect from January 31, 2022. And to ensure that the product is completely phased out in the country by January 31, 2024. So technically, for those who might not be aware, it's not like NAFDAC just woke up now and decided to do this. It's an agreement that has been had before. But why the protest? And was this something that the commission would have looked at and said, let's take a different approach? Because of the economic situation, because for manufacturers of this product is one of the easiest ways, especially with the cost of production on the very high side now. Sachet production will be the easiest way to manage cost and make profit. And if we're taking that out, then it simply means that it becomes really difficult. Let's get on to my guest, who's the spokesperson for NAFDAC South Zone. He is going to join us via telephone this morning on the show. We'll just try to establish contact with him and hear what he has to say with regards to how NAFDAC intends to implement this. What took them so long? Was it just the agreement? If you go back to certain reports you find online, as far back as January of 2022, NAFDAC had said that it will no longer register alcoholic drinks that were produced in sachet and PET bottles. So the statement that the agency let out, the ban on new registration for alcoholic drinks produced in sachet and small bottles with more than 30% alcohol by volume came after the committee recommendation of the Federal Ministry of Health, NAFDAC, and Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Agency, FCCPC, in 2018. As far back as 2018, this conversation has been held. It's not new. I just needed to bring us up to speed and make us understand that it's something that has been in the works. But what is the concern now, and why is it difficult now? We get over to NAFDAC PRO South Zone, Cyril Monye will be joining us via telephone. Mr. Monye, good morning. A happy New Year to you.
Good morning.
So tell us, what is this about, the plan to implement the ban on alcoholic beverages and sachets? Why is the commission making this move now?
Okay, as the earlier said, this has been a discussion with the last stakeholders, Consumer Safety Commission, and the manufacturers and the Federal Ministry of Health, including NAFDAC. So it has been an ongoing process in 2018 that this smaller units of alcohol being sold in sachets and the PET bottles of the drinkable bottles should be stopped due to the health of consumers. But taking it easily available. So they are given time to stop producing it. The last opportunity given to them was in 20. At least 5% of their products, and they ensure that is phased out by January 2021. That was the last phase. 2022, 5% of their products to be completed in 2024 in January. So now we are enforcing the ban. Thank you.
All right. So, what was behind? Why the ban? Why ban sachet alcoholic beverage? I mean, we have alcohol beverage in bottles and containers. Why specifically for PET bottles and sachets?
As I said earlier, this particular alcohol a beverage to be not for children. It's at least the not alcohol in or radio and the television, except from when children have gone to bed. So it might not be used for children, but when left in sachet and the small bottles, some children that want to experiment can easily take 50 naira, 100 naira and buy this thing. And the alcohol is not supposed to be taken by children.
Are you saying this reason is why the commission, sorry, are you saying that what you just said now is why the commission decided to put a ban on sachet alcoholic beverage? Where is the place of cautioning those who sell the product to know that you do not sell to underage? I mean, cigarettes. We have children who still buy cigarettes. We have children who also indulge in certain other drugs in pharmacies, underage kids who have access to, I mean, the codeines and the benelines and all, etc., etc. If the reason you're giving for why there's a ban on sachet alcohol, why haven't we seen a ban on all these other substances that also are mostly highly abused by children in secondary schools and even primary schools these days?
They told me all of us are aware that it's not easy. In fact, it's hard to see children smoking cigarettes. I think the ban in alcohol is
People think on that day. We're not seeing anything because children access them or can access them. So shouldn't the commission have focused more on trying to put stringent rules in place, ensure that children don't have access to these things? Perhaps have a conversation with the producers to know that okay, you have to limit or as much as possible that can access. I for one cannot say when or I've seen children go to buy these drinks from shops, because I mean these shops also should know that they can't sell to kids. So that being said, is this the only reason why NAFDAC have chosen to say we need a ban on sachet drinks and PET bottle alcohol beverage? That is still the concern. We'll let you respond to it, but let's first take a short break. And we could get your answer to this for us, because many people, the distillers, even planning a protest today, and some are complaining about the economic situation. And if they are to put a ban on sachet alcoholic beverage and PET bottles, then simply means that production cost will go up, and then the people don't even have the purchasing power to buy that much. So all of these things have been looked at. Whether the commission also considers before embarking this, you tell us when we return after the break. Please stay on the line for us. On Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3. Your comments will be back. The conversation continues on the Morning Crossfire. My name is Ifemi Andrew, and with me is the NAFDAC spokesperson, South Zone, Cyril Monye. Sir, thank you for staying on the line for us. All right, Mr. Monye. Please, I don't know if you can change your environment because it seemed to be a bit noisy, the background, so that we can hear you. Oh, okay. So yes, back to where we were. The timing of this and the reason given, was it that the commission had no other alternative ways of stopping underage kids from accessing alcohol in sachets and PET bottles? And did the commission also look at the current economic situation and what impact this could have on businesses if there's to be a ban completely on sachet alcoholic beverages and PET bottled alcoholic beverages?
And the wisdom of the government, I think this is what I've come out. And the timing, I think, enough time has been given. This started in 2006. And there's no time that bad or good enough. So all the stakeholders are well informed about it. Nobody was sitting on them here. So our children are paramount. And also the drivers that take it in the garages and wherever the girls take it and suck and drive abnormally. It's also meant to guide against such. It is for them to take bottles, the big bottles inside their vehicles and the drink. I don't think that the passengers will tolerate that. But this one that started, they don't keep it in their mouth. I think they're sucking a lollipop. And before they have taken the one beyond the alcoholic limit. So I think it is a good decision by government. Stop the
You were saying it's also good for public transport. It's one other thing that was considered by the commission.
Yeah, they are captured in the band. They were also one of the victims. This one was banned.
But then we also have other forms of alcohol. I mean, beers are sold in bottles. It's also possible that these drivers could, after maybe the ban of sachet, switch to drinking a bottle of beer or two before they get on the road. Or some of them might even decide to have small containers where they turn this alcohol into and drink before they get on the road. I mean, we also are aware of those people who sell a local brew that they mix for whatever purposes that these drivers also consume, which contains a high level of alcohol. So how does the commission then look at stopping other avenues or areas for which drivers can also be exposed to alcohol in the course of their job?
We do the one we are able to do. And that's why we have a road safety course. I think one of the duties is to ensure that the drivers don't drink and drive. They have a certain person that they use to test the alcohol level of the driver. So the one we can stop that we need on the board, we do it. We cannot do everything.
So why are the distillers protesting about this decision? The Distillers and Blenders Association of Nigeria are protesting this decision because you have said all stakeholders are carried along are in the know. If they are, then why are they protesting?
Sometimes the system of the government at times are not always palatable to people. See people that we accept it, we also see those seen against it. So it's normal. They will protest, but So the problem is that nobody was taking on that view. So protesting, I don't think that's the right way to go. They cannot solve the problem we are facing. They have to accept this and so accept the decision of government at this point in time.
All right, let's take some calls and get questions. Let's take some questions from the listener with regards to this. I also was asking about the economic implication on whether that was also considered. I would come back to that, but first let's take a few calls and also let the listener know that on Facebook it is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Some messages on Facebook. Ogo Jonah Justice says the Commission should be decisive in fighting against fake drugs. This ban is a misplaced priority. Even though I have seen empty sachets littered everywhere, NAFDAC is dead, has been dead since Dora left. Which is also another critical question. Fake products are littered over the country, from fake toothpaste to fake drinks to fake beverages to fake. I mean, I have been victim of some of these purchasing some of these fake items, and at one point it seemed as though it became so rampant. What is the Commission doing about that, which seemed to be its core mandate to ensure that the food and the drinks and others that we consume in this country are safe? That's the core mandate of the Commission. So what is it doing about ensuring that all of these fake products do not find their way into the market and those who are behind them are apprehended?
Okay, the question is not for me. I was not getting you at the time.
I'm saying we have fake products. Now that the Commission is putting a ban on sachet alcohol, some people think that, well, your core mandate has not been well taken care of, which is to ensure that the drinks and food that we consume in the country are safe, because we have plenty of fake and low standard products in the market. So how is NAFDAC looking at tackling that problem?
Okay. All of them are our common mandates. They are our common mandates, and in terms of food, we are doing our best. We are always putting mechanism in place to check substandard food. It's not like routine practices. It's not everything that we tell the public about. Even as we are talking now, there are some arrests we have made on production of some fake products. So all of them are we soon come up about it. So we do routine this thing all the time, and make sure that the fake and substandard distance are removed from the market and produce as fashion. So we are not relenting on that.
When was the last time the Commission went on perhaps a drive to check supermarkets and check the stands of several malls and look at these products? And what plans have you put on ground to, ensure that quacks are caught and prosecuted, people who produce fake drinks and the rest of them?
We do it all the time. Even yesterday, we had the supermarket, the regular something that we do every time. We move around all the time, go to markets, supermarkets, stores, and make sure that they stick to NAFDAC standard and the safe and substandard product or expired one are removed. So what without strike is responsibility.
All right. Alfred Orisa on Facebook says that Nigerians to drink anything in bottles and sachets is due to economic hardship. The effort of NAFDAC will be in futility. Instead, they should focus on putting food on the tables of people, because more hunger, more drinking. Osaka Umar says it is unfortunate the Nigerian leaders start something that is patient to ban. We are banning unnecessary things. If nationwide protest is looting, I rest my case. Kingdom John says long overdue. Ogo General Justice says, okay, I think we already got that one before. So let's go to phone lines 0817 923 0003. 0817 923 0002. I'll take those numbers again 0817 923 0003 and 0817 923 0002. You can also call 0817 923 0007. Any of those numbers to get access to us in the studio. Temple from Forces Avenue. Let's hear from you, Temple. Good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Femi Andrew. Thank you once again.
Okay.
Yes, listening to your guest, Mr. Cyprian, even though the conversation has been very boring from its own end. But when we talk about the sachet, drinks, the ban and all the rest of them, as an agency, what are they doing to ensuring that the producers of this sachet thing don't go ahead to produce it again? And on their own part, you look at some of their guys on the street trying to enforce this ban. So how sure are they making proper arrangements and checks in ensuring that their members do not sabotage this effort? And how come there is a lot of influx of drugs? Because we cannot continue to ban the sachet drinks. Why there are other means people can, get high at the end of the day. So what are they doing in ensuring that drugs is not that rampant as it is right now? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Great. Good morning. Hello, great.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear?
All right, go ahead.
I listened keenly to your program. I was quite interested when I heard it was NAFDAC. But I was disappointed in the manner of response of your guest. And I don't think he has articulated properly why NAFDAC specifically are banning sachet drinks. And he doesn't sound like he has all of the information at this time. And his response doesn't show maybe he wasn't prepared for the interview, but it wasn't sure that he was ready to enlighten us. And then there are some pertinent questions you asked him, and we think we need more answers than telling us that children drink the drink. What are the statistics? What are the reports? What is the evidence? I would like him to give us more of informed information. Thank you very much.
All right, great. Thank you. Chima from Ada George. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Chima.
Yes, Andrew, your guest, just like other caller, I think you're unable to actually demystify and tell us with cogent reasons the banning of these sachets of beverages. If that is the reason, what makes him and why is he sure that the same people they are trying to stop to consume this thing wouldn't go for the other bottle one and all that? So for me, I think that is not a cogent reason at all. Look, it talks about driver. How many times do they go to various parks? When you go to various parks, Andrew, you have people selling this thing on various parks. How many times do they now go to the park to ensure that these things are not being sold in that same park? You understand? So that is not a cogent reason. I thought there's any other thing that the NAFDAC trying to stop the production of this sachet alcohol beverage. Honestly, for me, this reason is not even cogent, considering even the economy. You understand? So what people are doing right now, they want to stop some people from at least making. I don't take it, but I know people take it. As people who they make money, so they want to stop people from their business and all that, removing food from their mouth. For me, that is not a cogent reason, honestly. Thank you.
Nigerian info, good morning. This one says NAFDAC should go about sorting manufacturers of fake alcoholic drinks. They should allow the sales of sachet drinks as they are not fake. This is simply a fight against low-income earners and a misplaced priority. Paul Chimele from Auda. This person says, good morning. I think your guests and NAFDAC don't really know what they want. He's being confused and really doesn't know what to give you as an answer to the questions. The reason he gave that made them want to ban the sachet drink. Nigeria is just confused. Good news, Tamono. That one is from you. This person says the ban on sachet alcoholic drinks is an avenue of encouraging drunkenness. Now, take statistics of those who take these little packs or sachets. You will find out that they are adults and not children. These adults are in low-income strata of society who are battling with economic hardship and just use these little sachets to console themselves. NAFDAC should think before acting. Francis in Transamadi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Francis.
Yes. I want to contribute to your discussion.
Go on, Francis.
Yes, what I want to understand is this. I am not in support of children consuming alcoholic beverages, okay, no matter whether in sachet or in a bottle. But what I want to understand from this banning is good. We do something that will last, something that is sustainable, with a very good reason, because we're talking about people, life, and economy, and social status. So I want to ask, is it because this thing is in a sachet or because it's a small volume? If they put it in another container that is not a sachet, is it a ban, right? What is the target? What is the target? Is it to stop the production? Is it to stop children drinking it? Or is it to stop cheap alcoholic beverages? What is the target? What are they targeting? Or they don't want to stop children from taking alcohol? Then the campaign should be taken to another direction, right? The campaign should be taken to schools, should be taken to parents, social guardians, hospitals, okay? That children should stop consuming alcohol. Or is it the container that matters, right? Because they say the hood does not make the monk, because the monk makes the hood. So let's understand what they're banning, what they're stopping, and the rationale behind it. And how they're going to measure it. Because right now, this sachet will still be in production and it will be expensive. And children can still buy it. Because this society we live in.
All right, Francis. Thank you. Mufasa from NTA Road, good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, good morning.
Go ahead.
You see, the last caller just took most of the things he said out of my mouth. Now, the question is it the container or the content? You know, your guest has actually not really spoken like somebody who is apt in terms of statistics, in terms of who are the categories of people that actually consume these sachet drinks. He can prefer underage. Andrew, I can tell you for free that most of what is underage, kids take, it's not even liquid content. There are people who are very, very much interested. I'm talking about underage that take some of these high-grade drugs that they take. Some of them are even going for the more expensive champagne and because of the kind of business and kind of things they do. So for me, I do not think NAFDAC is actually out to solve any problem. For me, I think they just want to create awareness, because if you are not interested in the quality of what is in that container, that is the core mandate of NAFDAC. They should be interested in the quality of what is in that container, what the people are consuming, if it is harmful to their health. Most of the people who consume these things are adult members of society. Not that in support of you consuming alcohol in any form, but anybody who is, embarking on any action, you are taking anything, of course, you understand the consequences of what you are doing. Now by coming out with an outright ban of, sachet drink, it will not solve the problem. Let us be technical in approaching, issues of society. This will not solve the problem. They should be interested in the quality of what is inside that container, if it is harmful to the health of the consumer or not. That is my position, Andrew. Have a nice day.
All right, Mufasa, thank you. Hello, Nigeria Info. Yeah, we lost that call. Let's get back to Mr. Monye. Mr. Monye, you heard most of the callers. So, what do you say in response?
Okay. Some of them are talking about the sachet, whether the content and everything. So it's also not only the sachet that was included in the ban is from 200 milligrams downwards, whether bottle or PET bottle. So what is the content? We do our quality checks in every company we register and make sure they do the right thing. Yeah, even though we have a responsibility, and we also employ the public. Anyone that is producing fake will be reported to us. And they also want to use this opportunity to advise those that they have these PET bottles, sachets, and these alcoholic drinks below 200 milligrams and below to bring it for to NAFDAC office. They should help us in retrieving those products so that we will destroy them.
So it's basically only PET bottles.
There's a sanction for any company, any outlet that is still selling them.
What form of sanctions? Because when you implement this ban, how do you want to go about implementing the ban? Would you be going from shop to shop, or how does NAFDAC intend to even implement the ban?
Yes, we go from shops to shops. We go to supermarkets, superstores, anywhere they sell drinks. We can even seal off the facility if we find those commodities inside it, and we arrest the owner. They need to pay fine or be prosecuted, depending on how the offense is.
All right. Mr. Monye, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time and for joining us on the show today. I will definitely keep in touch to see how effective this implementation by NAFDAC is going to turn out. Do have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, there you heard from the spokesperson, NAFDAC South Zone. And, well, that's what it is. Let's see if we can take some more messages on Facebook. Kingdom John says it's long overdue. Alfred Orisa says that Nigerians drink anything. Okay, I think we got that one before. If children are the reason for this, then squashing people's business is unnecessary. Instead, set up a machinery to arrest people that sell to underage children and deal with them decisively. Davidson sent that one in. This person says, note, even if people were arrested, okay. Good morning. I'm trying to get, okay. Good morning, Andrew. I find it funny when government agencies take any actions and claim it's for benefits of the populace. It's a no-brainer that sachet and mini bottles have run the big alcoholic brands out of business. Destiny from Port Harcourt. Okay, there's also that angle. Jude is with me in the studio for Hello Port Harcourt. Like, I like the point that this person brought to, because I also thought about it to myself. I'm like, is it possible that we have some big brands that feel like
the smaller ones?
Yeah, so let's put them out.
Well, but there is a possibility, and obviously maybe some lobbying there. But I think one aspect of this conversation that today, because I've been listening outside, I think a lot of people probably have forgotten, because we had this discussion last year on Hello Port Harcourt, is the environmental factor. And that is a lot of the waste that we see in the gutters and drainages and in the creeks are sachet based. So whether it's sachet water, sachet alcoholic drinks, sachet milk, a lot of these things, because of how cheap they are to make and because of the economic shrinkflation, people get to easily obtain these things and discard. So if for anything, if they can be reduced, unfortunately, it is what it is. Whether the big manufacturers are going to be benefiting or not, it is what it is. Because when you have a lot of these sachets being dumped, it's going to cost more for them to get. So rather than producing it, right, we'll save it for other quantities or larger quantities. And all of that.
Makes a lot of sense. Well, but that's it for me. But anyways, I don't know what Jude has for you on Hello Port Harcourt. Perhaps
the DBA is joining us today. Our local DBA, China Cyril. It's amazing now. People have been calling him DBA. Nobody remembers that his name is actually Korean China. Well, all things being equal, we should have China join me later on by 11 o'clock. We have a huge conversation coming up. And then there's a little thing about love today.
Oh. Oh, okay. It's February. I looked at the date like still February 6th.
My brother.
Anyway, it's no problem. All right, that's Jude. Hello, Port is next. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. Thank you for listening and joining me on the Morning Crossfire. Have yourself a great day and great time with Jude.
You are tuned in to 99.